To attune yourself is to attune into a deeper level of your consciousness. So the purpose of this video is to give you I feel like if you clicked on this video, your algorithm brought this to you, because when the whole purpose of an algorithm is like it brings you what your soul is looking for. It brings you what your soul is looking for. So even if you don't consciously know that you're looking for it, your soul is looking for it. So you're welcome. And with that being said, here I am to explain how to navigate yourself, how to better navigate yourself. When you leave this video, my intentions are for you to leave this video with the knowing and a better understanding, a better overstanding. Now I know what this means. Now I know what this feeling means. So think of attunement as reaching deep inside and adjusting the station to your mind and your heart. The purpose of attunement is to find and accept your own unique tune. To attune is to bring harmony within, to bring your vibes to a certain pitch. So from experience, to be able to attune, you have to first slow down, take some conscious breaths, not the everyday breaths that we take, the shallow, take a conscious breath. Slow down, get in a quiet space, relax, close your eyes, and pay attention to the feelings, not emotions, but the feelings that's going on inside of you. From there, recognize and decipher which feelings make you feel higher and which feelings make you feel lower. Now, feelings are determined by your intuition, your emotions, mainly those two. Feelings of discomfort or feelings of safety. That's the categories I want you to focus on. Here's safety, here's discomfort. Emotions are your navigation tools. So, AI, for an example. Think about how AI works, and you can adjust the settings and how you can put things in and you can take things out. Adjust how you want your robot to function. Right? So humans are the advanced AI. We're the original intelligence. So keep that in mind as you're dealing with yourself. We're much far more advanced than AI and these robots that, what's the name, is given everybody as a little gift. So once you can determine and you sat down and you feel through what's going on inside of you and what makes you feel safe and what makes you feel discomfort, like not safe. So it should be generally in those categories. Once you determine that and you now know that emotions are your navigation tools, you start to see your emotions as a guide, like your own inner compass. So I want you to know that emotions are temporary. If you really pay attention, emotions are just sending us information. They're just sending us information. Keep in mind the movie Inside Out as we go through this conversation. So if you haven't seen that movie, go watch that movie. Watch 1 and 2. It's a really good movie. Both of them are really great movies. Shout out to the director for bringing that insight. So all emotions are temporary. The ones that make you feel good or feel safe, and the ones that don't make you feel good and don't make you feel safe. Pay attention to all of them. They're parts of you. Do not ignore. And the way emotions work is if you push them down, if you ignore them, like a child, they're going to just get louder and louder, and they're going to come out in different parts of you. Like, they're going to come out later. So it's no point of ignoring them, you know, just pay attention to them. It's you. Why would you ignore yourself? So, right. So it would be much easier to navigate you once you see your emotions as your own personal guides. Sound like I said gods, but that's another story for another day. Now, a key thing that I want you to remember is intuition is felt before emotion. Okay, emotions are a guide. Intuition, however, is your deepest self. It's the part of you that's closest to God. It's the part of you that's closest to God. As close as you can get. It's the part of you that's always speaking to you. Ooh, my ear. Ow, my left ear is doing things. It just felt some pain. Am I not supposed to be? Somebody don't want me to share this information with y'all, but I'm gonna share it anyway. So this is why I said feelings, not emotions, because there are a lot of feelings going on up in here, all up in here. So don't just pay attention to the emotions all the time. We're gonna differentiate the two around these parts, okay? Now, with that being said, whether you pay attention to that feeling or to that knowing or not is up to you. But your intuition hits you first, because that's the you that's closest to God. That's the God in you, babes. That's the God in you. The best way I can describe it is it's a loud silence. It's a loud silence. It's a strong knowing, though. It's subtle. It's subtle. So if you don't catch it, this is why it's a little muscle. It's a muscle. You have to, if you're just now, paying attention to your intuition, or even noticing it, or like trying to strengthen it even. It's subtle, but it's loud, and you heard it, and it's there. So it's that first, when the old heads used to say, just go with your first mind. It's like your first mind, but we're not going to call it that. But I just want you to know what I'm talking about. But we're not going to call it your first mind. We're going to call it your first brain, your God mind, your gut feeling, your God mind. I like God mind. Yeah, I like God mind. That's you. That's, imagine future you. Imagine the Flash, right? Y'all watch the Flash? Don't let me nerd out. So you know how he would speed up and he would run into these portals, and he would be going back to the past, save his mom. His future self had to come back, and I hope I'm not spoiling this for nobody, but his future self, imagine your intuition being your future self telling you, your past self, you now, the you right now, telling you ahead of time what's about to happen, what's about to go down. Like, you already know. So that's your knowing, right? Stick beside that. Stick close to that. Rock with her heavy. Lean with them heavy. Like, for all my Christians and everybody, because I respect everybody's beliefs. Okay. But remember that part in the Bible where God said, you know, he breathed life into all of us. So his essence is his essence. Because God is genderless in my book. Genderless. And if you want to be technical, God is a black woman. A woman. Anyways. Let me not. That's another story for another day. But when God breathed her essence into us, that's that intuition. That's that source that's in you. That's what intuition is. Okay? So intuition always hits you first. So when you think about it, you go through an event in your life and you go through any random event on any random Tuesday. A conversation with someone, anything. It could be anything. Pay attention. I want you to leave that conversation. When you leave that conversation, or if you can do it during the conversation, pay attention to what came first. Your intuition, because it should be your intuition, your emotions, and then that's when we're gonna go into the chaos part of Attuned Chaos, because that's when the chaos comes in. So we explained attunement. Now we're going to explain the chaos. Okay, we're going to explain the chaos. So we got intuition, source flowing through you, speaking to you at all times. Then we got your emotions, the entities, the spirits that come in and out, in and out, in and out. They're temporary. They're temporary. The good and bad emotions. I wouldn't say bad. None of the emotions are bad. They're all needed. They're all needed. Okay? So we got the emotions, the temporary feelings. Then we go into the lower part of the emotions. Like we go into the lower parts of you. That's like shame, guilt, doubt. That's where the chaos comes in. That's where the chaos comes in. So say you're talking to yourself, for an example, and you're tossing over an idea in your head, and you're feeling like you want to pursue this. It's something you've been wanting to do for a long time, and it scares you even because you just know that once you do this, is it. Like this is your calling. It's been calling you. It's been calling you. It's been calling you. It's been like, pick up the phone, baby. So once you pick up that phone, stuff gonna get them moving and shaking and moving and shaking. So if you ever had a feeling like that, and you're tossing over your thoughts, and it's one part of you that's like, that's your truth, and it's like, yeah, this is all for me. Like I know I would be so good at this. Da 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 da. I would be so good at this. Like this would be it for me. Like I can monetize this and everything. Then you have the altered version of your truth. Now that's the shame, the guilt, and the doubt. And that's the lower version of you that's like, nah, but what if this? Fear and stuff. What if this? Like, what if this happens? What if I don't have the courage to do it? What if I don't have enough confidence to do it? What if I don't have enough, like, what if I ain't gonna shine enough? Like, and then your truth is like, yeah, but I know that I got this. Like, I'm awesome. Like, I know who I am. I'm awesome. Like, who wouldn't want to listen to me? Who wouldn't want to, sign me? If you're trying to do music, who wouldn't want to sign me? Who wouldn't want to buy my pieces of art? This is beautiful. And then your altered version of truth is like, but this piece of the art, like everybody does art, like no, like no, like this looks just like the next girl's art, the next artist's art. This look like the girl next door's art. This look like some art people probably seen before. and your higher self and your truth is like, oh, but I know this would speak to somebody. I know this would speak to somebody. This would really like touch somebody's soul. Like, I got to do this, right? So, babes, these are the two different conversations that you be having here. These are the two yous, the higher you, the lower you, all working together to show you something about you. So this is, my love, where we draw the line between your truth and your distorted truth. It's not about right or wrong, baby. It's about truth. Get to discerning, get to deciphering inside of you. What is your truth? Remember that pitch we were talking about earlier? That attuned pitch? We're talking about attuning that inside of you. We're change the frequency, change the channel. So, my love, this is where chaos comes in. This is where chaos comes in. The distorted truth, that's where we're gonna have to draw that line. The distorted truth. Now, this is where attuned chaos was birthed. This is where I came up with attuned chaos, right? Because attuned chaos is a place inside of you. It's the moment, the point where you get to decide which part of you gets to come out and create life for you, gets to come out and create the future for you. And if I wanted to really just go on a tangent, that's the same thing as saying that God and devil is the same person. God and the devil is the same person. And they're all inside, like it's inside. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. But you have the capability to show up as both. Notice how the devil never did anything but tested people. Ain't that the same thing when your distorted truth is trying to have that conversation with your actual truth, your intuition? So that line that we just made clear is the line between your higher part of you that's closest to God and the part of you that's testing you, still trying to see if you ready, like still trying to see if you really about it, if you really about reaching up here and standing on that truth. Because it takes a strong-willed and it takes a chosen person. It takes for you to choose. Chosen. The chosen, the gag is the chosen are the ones that chose. The chosens are the ones that chose. So let that sit. Let that sit. Let that sit. Let that sit on your conscience. Let that sit on your mental. Let that sit on your heart. So with that being said, which side of you will you lean towards today? Which side of you will you give permission to lead and create for you today? I'll wait. Now, feelings like shame, guilt, and doubt, and fear. Fear is like a test. Shame is you asking. Shame is you being like, I'm not worthy. Guilt is you being like, oh, I'm wrong for feeling how I feel. Doubt is you being like, I don't think I deserve this reality. I don't think this even, like, I doubt that this reality even is for me. I doubt that I could even have this for myself. So they're all like testing you. They're testing you from within. We're not only being tested outside of ourselves, but we're also being tested within. Yeah, it takes some work. It takes some knowing yourself. It takes some steps to, be at that God level. Y'all see my vision board? Wow. Y'all see my vision board? Like, I worked hard on this. Period. And every single thing on this motherfucker is coming to pass. Like, I'm seeing stuff coming off the board already in real time, just manifesting itself. So, love that for me. But, yeah. So, now, pause. The reason why I say there are no bad emotions, because they're teachers. They're teachers. Guides and teachers. That's all emotions are. So with that being said, feelings like shame, guilt, doubt, and fear, they're not bad emotions. They are there to be reassembled. They're there for you to pay attention to them and to reassemble parts of you, like shattered glass. Like shattered glass. That's what they're sitting there for you to assemble. We're putting together a soul here. That's what we're doing. We're piecing together our soul here. We're putting it together. You can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If we're all doing it together. Okay? We're all doing it together. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. Like, give yourself a something. Do something nice for you today. Do something nice for you today. Because if you took in this information and you really sat with yourself and you went like, Kenny's saying some real shit. Go do something nice for yourself. But next time those emotions arise, pay attention to what comes first. Pay attention to that intuition, to them emotions, and to that line where you attune to chaos. Like an oracle, my favorite oracle, Miss Blue, once told me, personally, your emotions is not your action card. Your intuition is your action card. So don't allow, if you struggle with emotions, don't allow them emotions to control what you do next. This is where the line of attuned chaos comes in. Attune that chaos. You can do it. You're the alchemist. Okay? Let me catch you out here in these streets, being ran and guided by your own emotions. You better put a leash on them things, okay? Y'all let me know in the comments, like, let me know any chaos that you plan on attuning in the future. Let me know any chaos within you that you plan on attuning. I love y'all. I really do. Like, for me to even get to this point of recording my point of view, the way I see things inside of myself, this is from experience. This is something I need the world to know and to realize, so that we can all start living the lives that we actually want to live, and not the ones that's being autopiloted and auto-programmed. Okay, at the end of the day, you be on your side. Peace. Thumbnail. All right, let me stop. Remember that line. Remember that line I taught y'all. Cause that line in the middle is like, what you finna do? So what you finna do? How you finna act? What's finna be your next move?
The line is like, so what you finna do? What you finna do? Huh?
So make sure y'all subscribe if y'all want to. Like, if y'all want to, I ain't finna be like, comment, share, subscribe. No. But if y'all loved how this video sounded to y'all, if y'all want more of this content from me, if y'all like the vibes and y'all got where I was coming from, like the video. Like the video. I would really appreciate it. Show some love in the comments. You know, this is my first video. Let me know how I did. Let me know. Like, I'm open to criticism. I'm open to your life stories. Like, let's chat it up. Let's chat it up. Anything that you want to add to what I said, I'm open to discussing in the comments. Like, if you have any questions for Kenny, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and answer those questions for you, and I'll be happy to expound on anything I talked about. You know, if you have a friend that needs to hear this message in this moment, share it to them. Don't gatekeep. We share knowledge around the board, across the board around here. Okay? And y'all know, do it for the algorithm. Do it for the culture. Like the video for the culture. Especially if you black. It's Black History Month. You better like the video for the culture. Okay? You see a fine black woman out here? You see a fine black woman doing her thing? Creating? Thank you. especially if you black. Don't you? It's Black History Month. Don't you embarrass us? Don't you? Love y'all. But yeah, like the video, you know, share with somebody who is in need of hearing this information. Yeah, especially if you black. Especially if you black. You better show us sister some. You better show us sister some love. Your grandma's watching. But yeah, if you love the video, if you love what I spoke upon, if you liked my perspective, if you have your own perspective, give a comment, you know, especially if you black. Especially if you black. Better not embarrass us this month. It's Black History Month. Don't embarrass us. You see a sister out here. You see a sister out here. You better show us sister some love. You better show us, don't you. You better not scroll. You better show us sister some love. Your ancestors watching. They watching. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm hungry. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoyed sharing this with y'all. I enjoyed, you know, putting my piece of my creation out there into the world, you know, my perspective.